Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. In this video we are going to make the bullets disappear as soon as they hit the edge of the scene. Now what do I mean by that? Well, as you can remember in the last video, when we were shooting the bullets and we went to the console, the coordinates of these bullets kept updating because they didn't disappear but they were going towards the infinity. And the problem with that is, just to remind you, was that this was a huge compromise in terms of performance. So that's what we need to change. And the other thing that we could see that the bullets weren't disappearing at all was that in the hierarchy they were still being here. So if I try to shoot now, you see that they're going to disappear. And the other cool thing is that these coordinates are not updating anymore, right? Because these bullets do not exist anymore in our game as soon as they hit this edge. So this could be as a mini challenge for you guys, so maybe you could go on and try to solve it on your own before continuing watching this video. And okay, so now I'm going to show you what I did. So here I have this walls object, and as you can see it has 4 different objects as well. So if I zoom here, you see that I have 4 more. So this is just like a container and these are within it, and each of these walls is a collider. So if I go here, you see a box collider, and this box collider, as soon as a bullet hits this green line, or for example this green line right here, it's going to collide. So in our script, which is called wall, that's what I named it, what it does is basically having the logic of, as soon as something hits me, and by me I refer to the wall, then destroy whatever object has hit me, right? That's all we need to do. And of course I'm going to start from scratch, so I'm going to delete the walls and I'm going to delete this script. So we're going to start from scratch. So that's what your the stage that you're probably in right now, if you haven't done any more changes to the game. So let's go to scripts, and before actually adding the scripts, let's add an object, and I'm just going to name it walls, but you can name it whatever you want. So within it, let's add 4 game objects, and these game objects are going to be our walls. Now we might as well just name them. So top wall, left wall, bottom wall, and right low wall. Okay, there it is. So far they've got nothing apart from the transform component. Now what we need to do is add a box collider. There we go. So now this is going to be our top wall, so it needs to be at least that wide, and we need to move it, let's say 6, well, let's say 580. Yeah, 580, 1 or 2 or 3, yeah, 4. Okay, there we go. So it's just on the edge. Alright, now let's do the same for the left wall. So let's add the collider, and this needs to be vertically wider, and then we need to change the X position. So -4, -5, -6. Okay, there you go, 0.4. Now let's add this box collider, edit collider, and this is going to be, let's say, that wide, and needs to go, let's say, -5.20, 10, 14. There we go. It's not perfect, but it absolutely does the job for our scenario. So that's the last wall that we need to do. And let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Alright, so now when we click on walls, you can see the walls perfectly, well, not perfect, but you get what I mean, aligned on the edges of the screen. So now, as you can see, there isn't a way of our bullets escaping this. you know, it can't go through here, but because it's still going to hit either one of these walls, and neither can it go through any other direction right here. So there's one thing that we're missing now. We need to add a script to these walls, and to do the logic that I told you that they need to be doing. And the reason, so the way that we can add this script to all of the walls could be just select one of these and then hold shift and click on the last wall that you want to be modifying, and click on add component, and then we want to be adding a script which we're going to just call wall, like this. Create and add, and it should create this for us. There we go. Maybe we can move it to scripts as soon as Visual Studio opens. Okay, so let's move that. Okay. All right, there we go. Now for now we just want to remove the start and update method, and all we need to do actually is, let's first comment my logic. So as soon as something hits me, and again me is the wall, destroy it. And by it, I don't mean the wall, don't destroy the wall, we definitely don't want to do that, but we want to destroy the bullet in that scenario. And all we need to do is say private void. So private meaning this method won't be able to be accessed outside of that class. Void means that it's not going to return anything. And we're going to say on collision enter 2D, and that's a method generated from the Unity engine namespace. As you can see, it's even blue, just like private and void are. And it's taken a parameter, as you can see here. This parameter is basically the collision that colludes with the wall, or with the object that has the on collision enter 2D. Now, the only thing that I need to say to destroy the bullets that interact or collude with our wall would be destroy, meaning, you know, destroy a game object. And since we want to destroy a game object, if I hover over destroy, you'll see that it needs an object. So I will say collision dot, and then I need to say dot game object. And as you can see, it says the incoming game object involved in the collision. So that will be the bullet. So I can say game object bullet to be destroyed. That's all we need to say. Now let's delete these namespaces because we're not using them. Let's save it, go to Unity, let it update. So let's double check that we have the script to every single wall, and I think that's all we need to do. Let's just check it, and there we go. As you can see, it disappears. And you can see that there is a bit of a funny reaction. Look what happens if I start firing the bullets. Okay, like this, right? Some of the bullets just don't necessarily go instantly, they don't disappear instantly, and in fact they even stop moving, as you can see. And the reason for that is because they're rigid bodies, right? Each bullet has a rigid body. And not only that, but when I strike them, you can see a couple of bullets are going. So when they're in one after the other, and when that happens they bump into each other, right? As you can see here, right? And that's the reason that they're getting slow like this with time. But of course we're going to be fixing that in the next videos to come. But for now, guys, that was our objective: destroy the bullets that you know, interact with our edges of the screen, and that's what we did, right? As you can see, as many bullets as I shoot, you can see that they disappear as soon as they hit the wall. So thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next video.